Yellowstone is back, and we're diving straight into the action-packed second half of Season 5.
Hey. Oh. Fuck. You know what a fucking mess you made in this valley.
After 2 long years of anticipation, delays, and the roller coaster of character arcs, we're finally back on the Yellowstone Ranch to see where the Dutton legacy goes. With the latest twists and turns in the storyline, it's clear that this second part of Season 5 isn't just a continuation. It's an explosive buildup to what could very well be the end of an era for the Dutton family. Let's get into what we can expect from Episode 10, including some juicy insights, a sneak peek at behind-the-scenes revelations, and hints on where each character is heading as we brace for an epic showdown.
So we getting in this fight?
You're treating me like I'm a suspect.
He will ruin this family's name to save his own.
After that gut-wrenching premiere of Episode 9, where the fate of John Dutton was unveiled, fans are in for a treat with Episode 10. Beth's raw emotional reaction upon learning about her father's death was one of the most heart-wrenching scenes we've seen from her yet. Seeing Beth's resilience cracking and her heartbreak surfacing brings home the gravity of John's loss for the family and the ranch. But just when you think it's all tears, the Duttons are rallying, and we know they're plotting to protect their legacy and honor John's memory in the most intense way. Beth's suspicion of Jamie runs deep. She's convinced that Jamie's hands are dirty, really dirty, when it comes to her father's death. But was it really a suicide? Beth doesn't buy it, and neither do many fans. There are too many coincidences, like the security transponder going out just as John was supposedly ending his life. Beth calls it as she sees it. This timing is far too convenient. In Episode 10, we're expecting Beth to continue her relentless pursuit of the truth. Her drive to expose Jamie, the traitor she believes he is, shows no signs of slowing down. And it's not just about vengeance. It's about uncovering the twisted scheme behind her father's death and protecting the Dutton legacy. But is Jamie really the mastermind? Or is someone else pulling the strings from behind the scenes? As we delve further into Episode 10, Jamie's relationship with Sarah becomes more tangled and dangerous. The alliance between them is raising some serious red flags, especially after Sarah's support for Jamie turned sinister. Sarah played a huge role in orchestrating John's death, practically ensuring that Jamie is next in line. The way she celebrates the supposed victory of John's death feels like she's steering Jamie's every move. Jamie might think he's calling the shots, but Sarah's intentions are clearly much darker than they appear. Episode 10 is bound to explore how deep Sarah's manipulation goes. She doesn't just want power through Jamie. She wants to rewrite the Dutton legacy in her own twisted way, reshaping Yellowstone's future for her and Jamie's gain. Jamie, who has always wavered between his loyalty to the Duttons and his hunger for power, might be crossing a line he can never come back from. Kayce's role in this season is becoming more pivotal than ever. He's the heart of the Dutton family and is struggling between his sense of duty to his family and the possibility that Jamie, his own brother, could be behind their father's death. Episode 10 is expected to push Kayce closer to a decision. Can he ignore Beth's accusations and side with Jamie? Or will he join her in a plan to bring Jamie down once and for all? The stakes are high as Kayce digs into the truth. His conversation with Beth in Episode 9, where she challenged him to confront Jamie, will likely propel him to seek answers face to face. He's torn between loyalty and justice, and seeing him wrestle with this conflict could lead to one of the season's most powerful confrontations. Will Kayce align with Beth and risk tearing the family apart? Or will he try to find a middle ground to keep the peace? And then there's Rip. Episode 10 will likely show Rip stepping up in ways we've never seen before. With John gone, Rip is now the protector of the family, and he's got Beth's back as she gears up for war. In the last episode, Rip's tender moment with Beth showed his love and support. But he's more than ready to unleash his fury on anyone who threatens the Duttons. We're all expecting Rip to return to Yellowstone with a vengeance. He's not just there to grieve, he's there to take action. Whether it's confronting Jamie or targeting Sarah, Rip's involvement means there's going to be some serious fallout. He's the one character who can balance both strategy and brute force, making him a force to be reckoned with. With Rip in Texas and glimpses into the 4-6's ranch, there's been a lot of speculation about how this legendary ranch might connect to Yellowstone's future. Episode 10 might provide further insights into this potential spin-off series, especially as more characters from Yellowstone get introduced to the 4-6's. In Episode 9, we saw Jimmy's journey through the 4-6's ranch, and Rip's stay there adds another layer to this storyline. With the series hinting at the 4-6's as a pivotal setting, it's hard not to wonder if Yellowstone's legacy might continue in Texas. Episode 10 could very well offer more of these scenes, setting up a new chapter for the show and its characters. In Episode 9, we saw Jamie stumble through a press conference where he could barely hold it together. His slip-ups and hesitation only add to the suspicion surrounding him. The pressure is mounting, and Episode 10 is expected to show Jamie under even more intense scrutiny, especially if Beth has anything to say about it. Sarah's push for Jamie to embrace his new role could backfire if Jamie can't handle the heat. As we watch Jamie try to keep his secrets, the cracks in his armor are getting more obvious, making him vulnerable not only to Beth's wrath, but to his own inner turmoil. Beth has never been one to forgive, especially not when it comes to Jamie. With each episode, she's getting closer to a showdown with her brother. Episode 10 is set to bring their rivalry to a boiling point as Beth digs deeper into the mystery of John's death. Her suspicion isn't just fueled by grief. It's driven by years of betrayal and resentment that have built up into a personal vendetta. The buildup to this showdown is intense, and Episode 10 could be the moment we've all been waiting for. Beth is unrelenting, and Jamie's actions have left her with no choice but to confront him head-on. The episode is bound to bring viewers one step closer to an explosive family feud that could change the Duttons forever. John's absence in this season has left a massive hole in Yellowstone. His departure in Episode 9 was not only emotional, but also symbolic. For years, John Dutton was the heart of the ranch, the family, and the series itself. Episode 10 is expected to be filled with reflections on John's legacy, and his memory will continue to drive the story forward as each character deals with the fallout of his loss. Whether it's through flashbacks, memories, or even conversations about the ranch's future, John's presence will be felt in Episode 10. His spirit lingers over the Yellowstone ranch, influencing every decision and conflict that arises. As the Duttons navigate this new world without him, we'll be reminded of the impact he left on everyone around him. Episode 9 hinted at Kayce's mysterious connection to the wolves and the land, which seems to foreshadow his role in Yellowstone's legacy. Episode 10 might delve deeper into these hints, potentially exploring what Yellowstone's future holds, especially under Tate's potential leadership. Kayce's journey, tied to both his native heritage and the Dutton legacy, may be the key to securing the ranch's future. As Kayce gets closer to uncovering the truth behind John's death, he might also find himself at a crossroads where he has to choose between family loyalty and the legacy he wants to leave for Tate. The stakes have never been higher for Yellowstone. As Episode 10 approaches, fans are bracing themselves for the fallout from John's death, the brewing storm between Beth and Jamie, and the potential for new beginnings on the 4-6's ranch. This season is all about legacy, family, and the sacrifices each character is willing to make to protect their name and their land. Stay tuned for the full episode breakdown, and make sure you don't miss the epic confrontations, shocking twists, and emotional moments as we inch closer to the final chapter of Yellowstone. With only a few episodes left, every moment counts.